Hello traders, welcome on the Billions Club, welcome in today's stream. As always, today we're gonna have a look at a US session opening, so we'll see what we will get. I'll show you the current levels that I'm Alright, is it better guys? Can you hear me now? Should be okay. Please, before we're gonna start the stream, let me know. Microphone not working, yeah guys, I see. I was reading the comments, but you're running out of the batteries again in the receiver. Alright, is it okay now? I think you should hear me, you should see me. L microphone. Is it okay? Is it running now? I think it should be, but please just let me know before we will go in. Yes, alright, cool, perfect. Alrighty, cool, okay. Now I see now I see the chat. Everyone's saying it works, perfect. Okay, so the plan for today, like I said, you didn't hear me, so I'm just gonna repeat it. We're gonna live trade, so I'll show you some of the setups that I'm currently paying attention to. We will do some TA on more exotic pairs, I would say. So we will do USD, Swiss franc, we can do GBP JPY, we can do some more GBP pairs, USD JPY, and so on and so forth. So stay tuned. Today we will start on Euro USD chart. I will break it down what's happening here basically, and what are some of the levels that I'm paying attention to. Yesterday on a stream, if you guys remember, I was saying that we are looking for bounce out of this level here, which we got a bounce, absolutely perfect. This one approximately 25 pips. So to be fair, I wasn't participating in this move because I wasn't trading yet when this was happening. So I missed this move to the upside. I haven't taken any position yet today. So I'll take you with me. I'll show you some of the levels that I'm currently paying attention to, and we will start with Euro USD pair. So for our time frame, let's analyze a bit what's happening here. Obviously, we are really strong to the we are really close to the strong high for our time frame right here. Very important point on the chart. We created an IBOS already, so this could be potentially indicating us that okay, the retracement is over. We are looking for another quick move to the upside, impulsive move to the upside. Important time frame is a daily here, because if you zoom out, then you see that we are overall in a daily uptrend. So obviously the structure looks like this. This is the high, low, high, low. We are looking for a new high. So we put in somewhere around here. All right. So how can we determine the exact level? What is the next important zone for us? Well, let me show you some of the levels that I am currently paying attention to. We got a pretty nice supply, which was mitigated already, as you can see here, mitigated absolutely perfectly, and also grab liquidity above the high here. So this one is swept. Is there anything else? Well, you know what? We're gonna create a new template here. We're gonna give it a different style. Which one looks good? What about the blue one? I don't like the blue one at all. And this one, this yellow looks okay. Opacity, let's give it 25%, and we will do for daily SD. Here is a small trick. Now really pay attention to the thing that I'm gonna do here. You wanna go to visibility, and you wanna hide minutes, seconds, you wanna keep only days. Now once again, save as daily SD. So basically what this means is that every time when I go to lower time frame now, it won't be visible, right? I want to see this only on a daily time frame. This is how you can, in trading, what's very important, you're using trading view is basically your workspace, right? That's where the process of making money starts. Doing your TA, analyzing the chart, and looking for some potential trades. Thus this means that you want to keep your chart as clean as possible, because if you can tie it, basically, if you can have like a nice workspace, organized workspace, it's going to be much easier for you to use this on a daily basis. So that's why we keep quite a lot of attention to trading view, basically, and trying to keep things organized all the time. So what I'm trying to tell you here, supply daily time frame mitigated twice. So the mitigation number 1 was here. This is the second one. So these levels are tested, these levels are tapped. What it means? Well, we don't have any resistance here. So once we break through this strong high here, then most likely we are going for next, I don't know, 150 pips to the upside, something like this. So this high is absolutely crucial. This is like, the question is, are we going to break it now, or will we continue to the downside? Well, there's the question. If we will, then most likely we are heading all the way down for this demand here, which means around 90 pips, 95 pips down. Once we'll break through this level, the level I'm talking about is obviously this one. Once we break through this level, we are most likely going all the way down here. That's going to be the next stop. If you can break through all of these levels, then most likely we are going below this low here. Basically, that would be my plan, or that is my plan right now on the chart. We'll see how it goes. Daily time frame perspective for our chart, this level is absolutely crucial. All right. This zone mitigated, not any reaction at all. This one was mitigated. Oh my goodness. Let me go back. This one was mitigated already here. So this one is tapped, filled. Next zone here. So this is going to be the next potential zone if we break through a certain level that I will show you in the upcoming minutes. That's basically, we have two important levels. One is above, one is below. That's the best potential scenario you could have, because you are literally playing ping pong between these two levels. So once we will break level that is approximately here, we are going all the way down there to this box down there. If we will reclaim through this strong high and we will close with momentum, what I mean by momentum, I want to see candle closing around here, like a really strong push to the upside. For our candle close above here, then the change of a trend is confirmed basically, and we are looking for another move to the upside. We are looking for that move approximately 150 pips above. Alrighty, cool. So we got a plan. Let's break down the lower time frame a bit more, because that's going to be the important thing right now. So locally, liquidity swept from the low, which was created in the morning. So for US session, we could potentially have more bullish bias. Liquidity swept. Next supply that is important is obviously got to be this one. That's the first supply zone that we have. Next one, important one, is going to be this one. And obviously, nice demand is going to be this one down there. If we will reclaim this level here, retest, target to the upside. That would be absolutely perfect scenario. The question is, can we get something like this? What I will do actually here is I want to keep my supply zone a bit bigger, something like this, because you basically have one supply here, a second one here. This one is really the one that started breaking through these lows. So technically this level is stronger, this one right here, but obviously it's trading, right? So you need to give it a little bit of leeway, a little bit of space, like a breathing room. So basically we can extend the box a bit more and we can pay attention to something like this. Let me just check the chat. Can you please turn on the subtitles, or it doesn't work with a live broadcast? I can check this pretty quickly, but I think it's not working with live streaming. Yeah, probably I can change it right now. Sorry, man. We will try to fix it for the next time. Alrighty. Why did you pick out those two demand zones as the important ones? So are we talking about demand? I guess you mean supply. Do you mean these two zones? Because I haven't showed you demand yet. Like the important demand is still here. That's the local demand that is holding the price. So basically this level here is the important demand. This supply zone is the one that is holding the price right now from sweeping the liquidity and going above. So what I'm looking for is basically flipping the zone, meaning we're gonna break through it. We're gonna do a flip. So probably something like this. Retest of the level down there and target the move to the upside. That would be my preferred scenario that I'm looking for. At least it doesn't have to happen. No, I haven't tried oil. Yeah, so hopefully it makes sense now. Hopefully it makes sense why I picked these two zones. I think it does, but if you still have any questions, then feel free to ask. No worries with that. Alrighty, so this zone, absolutely crucial one. If we can break through it, so if we can get something like this, then we are looking all the way down here. Because like, you know, that's the point now. If we will flip this zone, most likely we're not gonna break it. This one down there, but if this zone is gonna hold us, then most likely we will break this demand zone and we are looking for move all the way down here, filling these fair value gaps here, looking for something like this. So like I said, this is the best potential scenario you can have because you are literally playing ping pong against two levels. I'm either waiting for this to happen, retest, move to the upside. Obviously something like this can happen, we get straight move to the upside. All right, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna miss the whole move, I don't care. I have my entry model prepared and ready. I'm gonna wait for it and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if my level will actually be tapped and if we can get filled on a position. right, liquidity swept, 2 levels. That's it. Let's pay attention to all the other pairs that we have here. Gold, 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 gold. Okay, this is not really a clear break through this low here. Well, yeah, not at all. But it's definitely break through this low here. So this is the next supply I'll be paying attention to. If we want to give it a bit more leeway, we don't want to be so precise with the level, then I'll do something like this. All right, cool. So obviously daily charts still a bit more bullish than bearish. Let's just delete all of the TA that we got here. We're gonna redo it together. Why it's more bullish? Well, simply because of the fact that this is highlighting this overall structure to you, so you will get the idea what I'm looking for. This is the demand that is holding the price now. It really depends if we can close basically above these highs here and we can change the structure, but overall we are in a pretty bullish point on a chart. You know, I can use these notes again. This is a useful tool because, you know, like now you see the daily time frame. Once I'm gonna switch to lower time frames, you can start being a little bit more confused, you know, what is the overall structure and so on. So the overall structure for me is still basically something like this. This is a strong high around 1937. This has got to be weak low. Everything in between is basically an internal structure. So this was basically on first eyeballs. Well, right now I will try to break it down a bit more in depth to you, so you'll really like understand the mind process. But we flipped this zone, we flipped this supply here, we flipped the local structure, moved to the upside. This was an eyeballs internal high. We broke it down. We broke through this point here, which would for me be another eyeballs. This would give you your internal high. This could potentially be the internal low. Is it perfect? No, because you still didn't tap to this level here, which was like, this is the deciding point now. Everything in between is basically, I don't want to say just a noise, but it's more local structure and it's not going to be so important, to be fair. But let's keep internal low, let's keep internal high. So we will just highlight the two levels that we are playing right now. Let's pay a bit more attention to the 15-minute structure. Yeah, that remains the same. But the price action here is pretty choppy, to be fair. But we can view this as an eyeballs. So this remains the internal high. Now this is going to be the internal low, because this is a solid retracement already. Medicated, medicated, unmedicated. All right, so this is gonna be the next supply. All right, cool. Let's pay attention to BTC chart now. Let me check the comments. Bro, how much have you been trading? You mean how many years I've been trading? Or you mean how much capital I have for trading? I've been trading on like a pro level for last 3.5 years, but overall I've been trading almost 6 years. All right, let's pay attention to BTC. So this was a naked view up. Mitigated already. That's perfect. Doesn't look like 12 tick size, is it? This is the thing that I was talking about yesterday, that we got so many shorts in the market. Look at this. We trapped them. But to be honest, I see more liquidity above these highs still than above this high. This actually looks like an IBOS, so just mark it out, internal breakout structure. Overall demand that is holding us still. This is an important low, which actually gives you a local liquidity grab. Could be looking for something like this. Let's just reload this chart here. There's literally no high that we can target. Like poor high, poor low. There is a previous day value area high that is untapped, 30,371. Where's the daily open? Alright, so we opened here. That is below the CME gap. Alright, so the CME is actually filled. You have the target of the previous day value area high potentially here, but honestly not the best target at all. Daily charts still pretty bullish. Pretty bullish. You can mark out this. But as you can see, this is like a really big zone on a chart. Liquidity. I'm just gonna highlight it to you so you know like the overall context of the trend. Move down, demand reclaimed, local demands holding the chart, IBOS demand. This is an important zone also. This one here. To be fair, that's basically it for now on BTC. That's basically it. How do you confirm that a zone is retested? Well, just that the zone is like tapped again, you know. You create your initial zone, so you have, I don't know, your supply and demand, and then you tap the level again. So once the level is tapped for a second time and it provides some reaction, it means the level is tested. Basically, your trade you should be interested in trading the test of the level. So once the level is tested, that's the point where you are looking for some potential trade. So if it was tested already, you know, like 2 or 3 times, for example, you don't want to be trading next touch and next touch and next touch, because the reaction that you are waiting for played out already, if that makes sense. I'm still long on BTC as of 10 a.m. UTC plus 2. What do you think? 10 a.m. is here. Yeah, I would stick to the long, to be fair. If you're in a long already, I would probably move my stop loss to break even now. It really depends on your exact entry, but I guess it's gonna be somewhere around here. So, you know what I would do? Wait for this high to be reclaimed. This here. This is the place where I would be moving my stop loss to break even. And I will be targeting this high here. That will be the trade. If I were in long, which I'm not. I guess you placed your stop loss below here. Yeah, it's not the best trade in the world, to be fair. So the high probability one, and the risk and the reward is 1 to 2. So probably wouldn't be taking it, to be honest. All right, let's pay attention to USD Swiss franc, because here we got a pretty nice breakout structure. So this is now going to be the strong high. And this is going to be the 4-hour supply here. Breakout structure, internal low, pretty hard. Where is going to be the internal low? Internal low is kind of clear. The internal high is not that much. This is going to be the internal low. All right, gold is hitting that supply. Let's continue. I'm really thinking about what's the internal low and internal high now. A bit confused. Not confused, but we gotta do more in-depth TA here. Internal low is clear, obviously. The internal high, just gonna keep it here for now, just to keep it simple. This was a liquidity sweep. Here. Do it like this, we can tighten the range. Anyway, I still wouldn't be entering into any position here because it flipped into clear downtrend basically here. This is now going to be a weak low on a 15-minute. I'm just wondering what's going to be the strong high, because it's not the clearest one in the world, to be fair. As we are speaking, the strong high is going to be really far away from us. So this was in boss. This was a low place. Put it in here. So we put in the low here. This was an internal structure. Now we broke it again. To be honest, the strong high is gonna be here on 15-minute time frame, which is very, very far away. So we can definitely expect something like this before going any lower. A very strong zone is gonna be this one. It's a very, very strong zone. So overall, this is a bearish structure. And we are currently bouncing from this daily demand. That's the reason why the price is not going lower and we stopped here. So what this means? Well, we can form a pretty good bias out of this. I'll be looking for something like this on USD Swiss franc before coming any lower, because right now we are hitting a really strong zone. If you can refine, or if you want to refine this entry, then it's gotta be around here. So maybe it's worth to wait for this level, but the question is, are we going to hit this again now, or hit this even, or are we going to go even lower now? The plan would be just pay attention to the local structure here, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna start looking for long positions once we're gonna reclaim this internal high. That is my plan. I look at it the same as you. My entry zone is in that wick, so good. What's your criteria for mapping out the structure? Yeah, I know, guys. I know. The gold is hitting. Oh my goodness, okay. So this was much quicker than I was expecting. This was the tap of that 1 minute supply. US is opening, obviously, that's why we are getting such high volatility now. Pay attention to this level, because start looking for an aggressive short here. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for something like this during the US session on gold. Back to like 1911, something like this. Is it the best trade in the world? No. Should you take it? Up to you, obviously. I'm gonna take a small risk trade here. And we can monitor it together. Let's calculate the position size. I'm in already, but I know, like, give or take, the position size that I should use, but I just want to get the exact number now, so I can close some if needed, but I shouldn't be far away. 1921, 1923.8, okay, 21.2, 1923.8 is here, and the risk is to 1%. Yeah. So I want to risk around 0.5% on this trade. That's why I'm in only with around 2 lots. I'm using trade copier, new one actually. I started using new one. So let's see if it's actually copying the trade correctly. Yes, it is. Should be. Alrighty, cool. So we'll see how it goes. The trade management that I'm paying attention to. I'm gonna be stopped out if you're gonna reclaim this high here, which can happen obviously. And I'm gonna lose around $450 on this one. Basically how the trade looks now, looking for a move like this. So risk and reward 5, basically, this trade. This is gonna be the take profit. And I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even once we're gonna lose this 1 minute demand. One could say you need to be moving your stop loss to the break even after this low, which is not completely invalid, it's kind of valid, but the question is, are we going to get like a really strong rejection out of this? We'll see, you know. Like for me, this demand is the one that can hold it. If we will like get acceptance below, I'm just gonna move my stop loss to break even and we'll just see how it plays out. But that's kind of my plan that I have. How I think about the trade here is that basically a lot of people are shorting this breakout out of this local structure. So they got stopped out, filling this demand zone now, sorry, supply obviously, losing this demand zone, then going all the way down. That's my plan. It's the first trade that I took here today. All right. Just managing the position now, setting the stop loss, setting the take profits. All right. Now this demand is holding the zone or holding the price. This one right here is the strongest one. No, definitely not. Let's just do this. So we'll see the position here. It's kind of the current plan. Use easy order, bro. You mean for trade copying? Trade copier? All right, so BTC going to the upside. As I was saying, I would be moving my stop loss to break even here if you can close above the level, which is obviously the next 1 minute is really crucial because it looks this is only a liquidity grab above the local high, which we can actually monitor right now. So let's do it. Just gonna reload this template. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, this looks actually pretty decent for a swing failure. Pretty decent. Basically the liquidity sweep. You could have an entry here actually. Like I'll be waiting for coming back to this zone probably. So can we close here? If we can and can get a retest of this blue box, I'm gonna start actually thinking about taking a short on BTC USD also. The thing that I don't like is that we are kind of going against the trend. We did the naked POC, which is a good thing obviously. If I'm gonna get filled, I'm gonna be looking for something like this. Back to this daily POC. What about gold? Not doing anything now. Alright, now there's some volume coming in. It's also a VWAP. This looks much more bearish right now on BTC actually than bullish. But you need to keep in mind you are bouncing out of this big zone down here. You know, it's not the best point of interest. But Euro keeps ranging. Alright, so we reclaimed the zone. That's good. But nothing at all after this, to be fair. Could be a change of a character here, but still kind of struggling to close below it. Let me go down to 1 minute. Much better. All right. The best entry would be around here, but you know, depends if you can get the retest. Gold hit a gap at 1912. I'm Thinking about closing BTC USD. Yes, here actually on BTC USD it looks more bearish to me. The trade setup is going to be something like this if we will get the chance to get in. All right, gold is getting some momentum again. There is some liquidity created right now above the high. So currently I'm 350 down. Let's see how it plays out. This is going to be my third loss in a row on gold if I'm going to get stopped out. Seems like I will. Like, this is the thing, you want to keep your losses small and wins big. So right now I'm going to lose around $500 on this one. My last trade was short on Euro USD. Yeah, I'm going to get stopped out. I'm out. So basically my last trade, $3,000 in profit on Euro USD. Right now down $500 on gold. Let's see how this plays out. Still a very strong zone down there. Gold stop loss, yes. Let's see on BTC if we can get filled. Gold keeps stopping me out the last few days. Alright, so now we swept the liquidity on gold above the high here. This is gonna be the first demand. See if we can lose the level here. I think we can, but we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, any questions? Let's do some Q&A again. We have some time. We gotta be waiting, or we will have to wait for BTC to come back if you want to be participating in this move, and then potentially get filled on a position here and target all the way down again. So we'll see how it goes. 15-minute demand hit here. Right, Euro USD supply currently. There's plenty of liquidity left above this high here. Like if you can swap this, it would be absolutely perfect. Just gonna write down a node. Could you please describe your emotions right now after a 5K stop loss? What do you mean? Not 5K, but 500. To make it clear, $500 loss, not a 5K one. This was 0.5 R on the trade. I'm usually on gold, I'm risking only 0.5 R, since I've been talking about it a lot of times, but I have actually basically worst performance on gold from compared to all the other pairs. So I have better performance on Euro USD and BTC USD, but I'm still profitable on gold, but my strike rate is much lower, while my risk and reward is also lower usually. So that's why I'm being more conservative on gold and taking only 0.5 R. On BTC I'm taking 1 R, same on Euro USD. We can actually pull up the MetaTrader here. I don't know why I wasn't entering from... I'm so used to entering on phone, I completely forgot about the MetaTrader. Alrighty, so we should see the trading account here. So this is the BTC now. I'm gonna remove it if we will go much lower. But yeah, so this is the history of the account. You see, this is basically a Brilliant Scalp funded one. So I passed the phase 1 and also the phase 2. It's still in the beta testing, we haven't launched yet. But yeah, this was the first trade last Thursday, I believe. Or Friday, no, Thursday. As you can see, it was taken from phone. This was on Euro USD, 10 lots, 3K profit. This was basically like 12-minute trade. This is the one from today. As you can see, gold minus 500. So I'm fine with psychology here, to be fair. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Hello, Mentor Bar, the liquidation levels posted. Lessons. We haven't done any lessons yet on liquidity. But if you want to know more about the liquidity, about how we trade, then visit my website. This is my course where I'm explaining my strategies in depth. So go to this place. Here we provide the education based on the strategies that we used. Let's set up an alert here. Right, so Swiss franc is bouncing. The first shock here. Demand reclaimed. Right, let's see. Where's the liquidity here? Right, so liquidity is swept too. Below these lows, basically. Local supply. Gold. So gold is hitting this supply zone here, 15-minute, 1-minute time frame. I want to see at least this level to be lost in order to enter again. Alright, so I'm gonna give a gold a second chance. If we will break through this low, then I'm gonna wait for retracement and potentially get in again. But if I'm gonna get stopped out again, then it's gonna be -1R and I'm gonna call it a day, at least on gold. On BTC, I will be looking for this position still, but on gold, I'm gonna stop trading it and I'm probably gonna give myself a break on gold for a few days. Because like I said, this was my third loss in a row. Even though I have the worst performance on gold, 3 losses in a row is still, it's becoming worse and worse. So I allow one more and then I'm gonna give myself a break for a few days. All right, so gold is breaking through. We gotta see this basically being lost. We could be targeting below these lows here. There will be some liquidity sitting potentially below here. There is also going to be some liquidity, but this trade so far doesn't make that much sense, does it? No, it's 1.8. Let's see if we can break through this. We gotta clearly close below it. Not happening yet. Can be only a leg rep. I would love to see this level to be hit if you are talking about some further move to the downside. Something like this. How often do you use market profile? Because I've seen some indicator in your videos and how important it is for you. Oh yeah. So on BTC I use market like TPO, market profiling, quite a lot, to be fair. So basically on a daily basis it makes quite a big difference for me. I'm looking for pool lows, pool highs, single prints. Like, you know, still the most amount of time you pay attention to the price action, so you want to stick to local order flow. You want to pay attention to the obviously delta, so footprints. What is the order flow? What is the bid and ask right now, and so on. And then you pay attention. You want to add some add-ons, right? All right, so euro is creating the liquidity sweep above the high. Let's see if we can actually close above this. If so, then we are potentially looking all the way up above this line here, this strong high. We got 2.5 hours left until the 4-hour close. So there is some supply that is unmitigated, it seems. As you can see, it's going to be this one here. This is going to be an important zone, but what we can create on Euro USD is that we will just sweep the liquidity above this high and potentially go lower. So we'll see how it goes. What about gold? Is it losing the local demand? No, not yet. It's not even losing this level here. Alrighty. Alright, so it's the local supply now. Let's see if we can break through this box. It's the local resist on gold. See how it goes. So let's create an alert, so we will be alerted. We will get notified. Gold breaking supply. Let's do this. All right. Let's pay attention to Euro USD. Here there could be potential trade. Like the perfect scenario is right now losing this or closing below this level. What is the local demand? Local demand is going to be around this level here. Something like this, yes. This is going to be the local demand. If we can close below it, then I'm going to start looking for shorts on Euro USD. Look at this. Look at the reaction from this level here. These lows are becoming very, very important now. This is how we can really break it down to the exact levels, basically, once again, plain ping pong. But we want to see price clearly closing below this level, like getting some candle like this, you know, that's the confirmation. Right now, we don't have that. What about Euro? Nothing at all. Nothing at all yet. BDC is still the same. Looking for this level to be hit. What do you think of the bullish divergence in the possible BTC trade? Do we have a bullish divergence? I don't see any bullish divergence. You probably mean this one, but it's not the type of divergences that I use. I use only an absorption type. You are talking about the exhaustion type. I don't use these. This is not the best trade value area. Oh, it's on a 5 tick size, 15-minute time frame. But yeah, still not the best. Not the best trade value area. I allow 3 boxes usually. Here we got 4. So that's kind of an invalidation. And seems like we got quite a lot of new shorts stepping in inside this candle. I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna get another push to the upside, to be fair. What about the euro? All right, so euro seems like it wants to break through the high. And most likely it will. It would have to be really, really aggressive in these next 4 minutes. I think it's not really likely we're gonna close below it. But we need to be aware of this bigger zone, especially about this zone around here, but this one was mitigated, this one also, this one seems unmitigated. Yeah, this one is, it seems, yes. This zone is not mitigated yet, right? 15-minute supply. The local demand right now is going to be this on euro. This is the first level that we need to lose. Alright, so gold looks like it's trying to break through this actually. Let's see if we can close above. If we can, then the next level we are looking for, there's not a lot of it, to be fair. Like once we're gonna close above this, then we could be looking all the way up to like 1935. I'm not sure if it's gonna be hit today though. It can get some retracement out of like some of the levels that or some of the approach that I don't use around here. But I'm gonna wait for this zone to be hit 1918, probably 1918 to 19. And then I'm going to start looking for 1935. If we can close above this level here, which is not happening right now, but seems like there's still enough power for gold to break through this, but really we need to wait for this. Let's see Euro USD if it can close above this. Finwars Global, hello, welcome on Billions Club. Alright, so it looks like we can actually break the supply. Let's wait for it. What about BTC? Oh nice, it's coming back. But let me reanalyze this a bit, because once again, this is not the best potential trade, to be honest. I'm gonna remove the limit order that we got, because looking at the order flow, it's not the best trade possible, to be honest. Definitely not the best trade possible. Why? Because we don't have the trade value area at all. We got a POC at the wick. We have some buying imbalances, but net longs are not that heavily trapped, as you can see. And the one that got trapped here are out already on the next upcoming candle, basically. So I see potential BTC going higher, actually. Same with gold. Maybe it can lose the local demand. Same with gold and same with euro, if it's not going to lose the local demand here on 1 minute time frame, which means this level here. And then this one down there. Yeah, I'm happy that I removed the order. I would get filled now. Like exactly these trades are a bit tricky because, you know, it's not the best perfect trade. You have kind of confirmation here, but it's not the best one. So like if I would be, for example, in challenge phase, or I would be around break even on my funded account, I wouldn't be taking this one. You wouldn't wait for the best potential setups, which this one is definitely not. Net shorts. No. Like the order flow is not here, the one that we want to see. All right, so Euro USD is breaking through the high. Basically, this was I would actually view this as a retracement, so this is now going to be a strong low, which this gives us a boss break of a structure. So we can initiate a local pullback from this supply zone that we have from 22nd of June. But definitely be cautious here. This is the local demand. 1 minute. I'm looking for losing this level and retesting a local supply. Then we can try to get into some high risk reward trade. My goodness. Okay, this was a strong push down. Very strong push down. This could have been a pretty nice trade out of here, basically. Stop loss above the high, and I'll be targeting 1 to 5. Yeah. Could have been a nice trade. All right, let's see. Send a photo of the divergences in the Wizards chat in Discord. Let me check. No, they are not valid, the divergences you sent. Let me tell you why. Because, can you see my drawings? Yes. You want to see CVD, or at least with the divergences I trade. This is the high. This high should be lower, right? So the divergence should be like this here. And here the divergence should be opposite. You want to see the buying pressure stepping in on that second high, but it's not being able to reclaim the first high, if that makes sense. I don't use this exhaustion type of divergence, personally. Hopefully that makes sense. See, can we lose local demand here? Let's really pay attention a bit more to the gold structure. I want to know from where we bounced. Alright, so this was a 4-hour demand zone, basically sell to buy candle, not the strongest one. This is the internal high, internal low here, which is untested. Gold, for me, gold is pretty hard to trade right now. I don't see any like clear setup or clear trade. But gold is being choppy a lot of times, to be fair, so it's not something unusual. It's definitely, and I've been saying this even in an interview that we did here in Billions Club. It's not uploaded yet, but when you are starting out, I wouldn't recommend you to trade gold. At least from my perspective, my personal experience, gold is pretty hard to trade with the strategies that I use, which is liquidity grabs, supply and demand, basically order flow. So I wouldn't recommend that. All right, so let's pay attention to Euro USD because that looks, gold is getting moved down. We could potentially break this on Euro USD chart. So get something like this, retest of the supply, and then target lower. But we'll see how it goes. Let's give it a few more minutes. All right, BTC is getting another push to the upside into this supply zone. I don't want to be taking this trade on on BTC USD because first, it's not a high probability one, and second, I wouldn't have enough margin to open another trade on Euro USD if I'm going to open this one. So I will rather wait for Euro USD trade, to be honest. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes I feel very happy because I have the same ideas with our mentor. Nice. Alrighty, gold could potentially be going all the way down to 1918. 1980, 1915, 1980, 1919, so probably around here. Because this is really the demand that push through this previous supply and also, initiated the mitigation into the fair value gaps. So for me, 1919 would be the key level. We could be looking for an entry like this. Retest of this and then potentially go in here. See how it goes. What about Euro? Still haven't lost this blue box. This blue box is crucial at the moment. If you can lose it, then perfect. If we're not gonna lose it, or perfect, well, obviously it doesn't have to play out right, but it can create something like this. Keep in mind that you are really close to the strong high on 4-hour time frame. And there is plenty of room to retest below us. But I'm looking for losing this demand first. Hey, and hello. I remember you from last stream, actually. Welcome back. So the key zone now is this one, this buy to sell candle. Will we hit it well? This is the tricky part of 1 minute time frame. Like, these levels are being respected, but it's definitely easier to predict what's gonna happen next on 15 minute 4 hour time frame, daily time frame, than on 1 minute. Like, 1 minute is too crazy. And if you are starting out, please listen to me very closely now, because if you are starting out, don't try to copy my strategies and my trading style. Think about it this way. I've been doing this for, like I said, almost 6 years. I've been in a trading space, or I've heard about trading for the first time like 6 years ago. I've been doing this every single day for last 3.5 years. So I have much more screen time, much more experience, most likely than you. And I know how to handle these things from either managing the trade, psychology perspective, no emotions, and so on. If you are trading 1 minute time frame, it's much more emotionally driven than if you are trading daily 4 hour 15 minute chart, for example. Combinations of these 3 time frames. So that's why even in our course, I'm saying, like, you know, these are the tools that I use. They can be applied on basically every single given time frame. This is what I use. You don't have to copy me. You need to adjust a bit to the style that you like. You need to adjust a bit to the trading that you like, to how you are able to manage the emotions and all of these important parts. But just blindly following someone who's doing this for much more time than you is probably not the smartest idea in the world. I'm not saying that you're not going to be profitable, but if you are watching these streams and you don't know more about my strategies, like what I'm showing you here on a stream is like 10%, or, you know, I show you everything basically, like my approach, but you don't know how to spot these levels. You don't know what is behind these levels. You don't know the theory behind all of these things. So definitely keep that in mind, and don't be like, okay, I saw that guy marking out supply and demand and entering based on this, I'm gonna do that too, and I'm gonna be profitable. It doesn't work like this. But I guess you know this. Hopefully you do. If you're losing the blue box on Euro USDT, are you trading Euro USDT? Yes, exactly. I agree with you. We gotta lose this box first, though. As you said. Exactly as you said, but this is very, very important demand. What about Bitcoin? Pretty close to the stop loss. Let's wait. Now it's just a waiting game, guys. we have to be patient here, and we gotta wait for next few, I would say next few, at least minutes, but I think this is gonna happen in next 1 or 2 hours. It's gonna take some time. You can know one's exact profitable strategy and be unprofitable. Some experience is needed as well in this specific. Yes, exactly. Well said. All right, so it seems like we are losing the level. Guys, if you're gonna lose it, you basically have two zones for potential entry. First one is gonna be here, inside this blue box again, but we need to lose the level first, retracement, get into position, and then target down again. And the second one could be all the way up here. The likelihood that we're gonna hit this is pretty small though. So keep that in mind. Once we're gonna lose this, I'm gonna be looking for retesting this level, basically previous demand, which is gonna be flipping into supply with some local liquidity above these highs. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Gold remains the same. Local demand was basically here. So this is the next zone. If we can break through all of these zones, then we are looking for 1918.5, basically 1919, 1918, something like this. So if you are in a position, then keep that in mind, that it's going to be probably around this zone. We can get some bounce. A retest is likely, and then a continuation to the upside. So I wouldn't be looking for like further move down. Keep that in mind, but do whatever you want. This is just my plan. This is how I'm going to trade it. BTC, I'm going to skip the trade here. Not the high probability one for me. It can play out, obviously. It can fill the TP. I don't feel so confident about a trade, firstly. And secondly, I don't want to use all my margin and not be able to take the trade on Euro USD. Because this one looks a bit better to me. Like overall context looks more I'm favoring this trade more than actually the one that we have on BTC. That's basically it. All right, so any questions? I'm probably gonna finish the stream, but if you have any questions, then let me know, because the plan is clear. We have to wait for next, maybe probably one or 2 hours to actually initiate the price action that we are looking for. That's why I'm thinking about collapsing the trade. Though, if you have any questions, we can do some Q&A. I can answer you some questions. Just let me know in the YouTube chat. If not, then we will do another one tomorrow in the morning, where we're going to be trading London session. So we can actually break down tomorrow the trades that we took today. Yeah, but there is no volatility right now in the market. Looks like we are going to lose it, not lost completely yet. All right, seems like no questions. So we're gonna collapse the stream. Thanks everyone for joining me today. Remember, tomorrow 10 a.m. UTC plus 2, we have London session trading. So don't forget to join. We will break down the trade. We will break down what happened today after the stream. So you'll be able to understand today's price action. I'll show you what are the levels and basically all the things that I was paying attention to. That's it. Don't forget to subscribe to Billions Club channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my personal channel if you are thinking about buying my education. And that's it for today. Stay tuned for Billions Club launch. Just wanted to thank you, because I have learned a lot, and I have found that CMD plus square tool or trend lines is so OP. Oh, you mean command plus square tool? Yeah. And something with shift. Can you just give a brief? Can you just give a brief on the Euro USD trades on either direction? So yeah, let's do it. Like I said, I'm waiting for losing that blue box. Where is Euro? Oh, gold is actually hitting this potential entry. I'll be looking for something like this. But yeah, Euro losing this blue box, coming back inside its supply, then looking lower. That's my only plan. That's the only price action I'm looking for. If anything else happens, then I don't care about it. I'm not gonna trade it. Hopefully this helped you at least a bit. Alrighty. Thanks guys, and see you tomorrow in the morning.